Hello, hello. Welcome to Top Shelf Reviews. Today, we're doing our first blind flight. In honor of this bottle of Old Forester 1910 I recently picked up, we're going to do all toasted barrel finishes today. Let me introduce you to what I have on hand. At 50 bucks, Old Forester 1910 is a toasted barrel finished bourbon. For $55, the Elijah Craig toasted barrel finish. For that same $55, we have Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, toasted barrel finish. And finally at $90, Jefferson Reserve Twin Oak, which is a toasted barrel finish. I have 4 glasses in front of me. They have been randomized, so these glasses do not correlate to these bottles, but we're going to go through and see which ones I like the most, see if they are worth their price. Let's get into it. First one here is fairly buttery on the nose. It starts off a little bit thin on the palate, but really has a nice kind of middle palate. The finish is a little hot, but you do get those kind of graham cracker notes that I often find in toasted barrels. We're off to a good start. Next up, really not much on the nose on this one. Fairly hot up front. All of these are fairly close in proof. I think 45 is our highest, with the Jefferson's Twin, 45.2 for the Woodford Reserve, 94, and 93. So all within a couple proof points of each other. A little bit of that toasted finish, kind of some chocolate notes on this one almost. Now this one is a fresh crack, the 1910. There's a chance that's what this is, and because it hasn't been drank down at all, feels a little bit proofier, kind of hard to say. Third pour. Get a lot on the nose on this one. Lots of butterscotch, almost like melted butter. Not a nose I've ever picked up before. No burn. A lot of flavor up front, and then it kind of mellows out and falls off completely. I almost get kind of a Bananas Foster vibe on that one. And the fourth one. Almost nothing there. Much more oak influence on this one. Not nearly as sweet as the other 3 were. A lot more balanced. Doesn't necessarily make it better. I really do like sweeter bourbons, but this one has a really nice balance to the amount of wood in it. Alright, quick water break and we'll be right back. Smart water bottle. If you know, you know. Alright, we're coming back. We're going to try them in reverse order with a little bit of water in between each one this time. See if we get anything different. A little bit of that caramel and vanilla on the nose this time. Still a decent amount of oak on the flavor. A little bit of that toasted marshmallow, but really well balanced. Not much on the nose. Not quite as sweet as it was the first go round. Surprises me coming off the more oak forward one there. get that Bananas Foster vibe. I think I got that note the first time around too. Third one here. Really sweet graham cracker, like a darker caramel, like a really buttery dark caramel. This time on the nose I get heavy Bananas Foster, lots of melted butter, lots of brown sugar in there. So far this one may be the leader. Let's go to the last one here. Kind of get like a Nilla wafer vibe. Now I'm smelling banana on almost all of them, which is a note I love, so that's not a bad thing at all. This one seems a little bit deeper in flavor, if that makes any sense. A little richer. They're all really good. Alright, let's see if we can start to pick an order here. So far that Glencairn is my favorite. That would be my second. See if we can pick a third here. Last two are tough. A lot of similarities between them. Alright, one more quick water break and we'll come back to confirm we have them in the right order. Alright, we're back. I'm going to run through a final time, make sure I like the order they're in, and then we'll figure out which one is at the top, work our way down. Yep, those first two are really good. Really, there's no bad bourbons on this table right now. Alright, 2 and 3, real close. I get a little more sweetness out of that one. It's going to move up the line a little bit there. I swear I just got a pickle nose on that. Alright, we've got our final order. So let's reveal what came in last. In last place we have C. The Schill brothers will be pleased. Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. Coming in last place. Doesn't make it a bad bourbon. Just means amongst all the toasted ones here, it's not my fave. Third place we have B. Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Again, fantastic bourbon. Second place, we have Jefferson's Reserve Twin Oak, which means, in first place, I would say obviously, Old Forester 1910. Quick note on these. The levels of whiskey you see in here is the amount of time these bottles have been open. So this one's probably been open over a year. These two close to 6 months. This one I just popped. It's not the first time in a blind flight. The most recently open bottle has one. Maybe they just pack a little more flavor in the neck there. Hard to say. Whichever way you go with any of these toasted finished bourbons, you're going to be happy with what you got. Kind of excited to see that the $90 Jefferson's bottle was beat by the cheapest one on the table. You don't always get what you pay for, but again, with any of these, you shouldn't be disappointed. Cheers.